many names, but you may call me Death. That ring allows you to see beyond the living world. I've run into a complication in my work that you may be able to solve. A soul with unfinished business cannot move on to the afterlife, but on Halloween night, they're given a chance to complete their earthly affairs. I try to help them, but one spirit in particular has been unable to move on for the past 100 years. Edgar AllAn Poe. That's why I summoned you as an expert in his work. Poe's situation is connected with a novella, and I'm no writer, but my raven took an analysis of Poe's story to him, and he loved it. In fact, it was his idea to have you find my ring as a test, which you easily passed. Please, help your idol solve his problem. I'll open the passage if you're ready. I'll keep it open so you can return here if you need to. Good luck.
You must be Mr. Newman. Thank you for coming. I must create my final story, but I need inspiration. 3 sparks to be exact. For the beginning, the climax, and denouement. I'm sure you've already noticed some hints of which of my stories I believe will provide the spark of inspiration for a new beginning.
If I'm not mistaken, you seem to favor the mask of the Red Death.
Bravo! Right you are. Now, I need a blooming fern to open the passage into the story. Unfortunately, I must remain here to keep the passage open. Well done! I'll open the passage. Beyond the passage, you will find yourself in the space between worlds. It's like nothing you've seen before. But listen for my voice, and I will guide you. Try to stay focused. So, my friend, you're on your way to the castle of Prince Prospero. There are 7 rooms in the castle, and each is a different color. One of them is dedicated to the Red Death. While a terrible disease raged outside the castle walls, Prince Prospero threw a lavish masquerade. But in the midst of the celebration, a stranger arrived, dressed as the Red Death. The horrible costume enraged Prospero, and he became violent, but paid the price, succumbing to the disease along with his guests. You're attending as one of those guests. Be careful, and good luck.
Who might you be under that mask? Only society's elite have a right to be here. May I see your invitation? My apologies. We can't be too cautious. Somebody just tried to sneak into the party. The Red Room? What do you need from there? I don't know how to get there and wouldn't want to.
You enjoying yourself? Oh, you're interested in the Red Room. How bold. The others try to avoid it. Well, I'll have you know that mentioning the Red Death is prohibited here. This conversation is starting to bother me. I won't stand in your way if you want to find the Red Room, but I recommend you just enjoy the party.
Well done! I knew you were the right person for the job. Now, we need something to inspire a riveting climax. The spark of shocking surprise. The telltale heart may provide what we seek. I need to adjust the passage, so Could you please get the ingredients on this list for the spell? Now, my friend, remember the events of the Telltale Heart. Our main character believed he had heightened senses and was hateful, even terrified of the old man's eye. He killed the old man in a fit of madness and hid the body under the floor. The police came to investigate a noise reported by a neighbor, and the madman heard the old man's heartbeat during their conversation. Tormented by the sound that only he could hear, he confessed to the murder. You're portraying a policeman, a more significant role than the anonymous party guest from our last story. Be careful. This man is quite dangerous. Good luck.
Officer! Oh, I'm glad you're here. I heard screaming and strange noises coming from that house, and the owner has always seemed a bit odd. Now I fear that he's completely lost his mind. Even his silhouette in the window is unsettling. I'm sorry, but I must be going. I'd rather not be anywhere near this house. But please, take this. It might help you.
It's beating! It's still beating! Stay back!
Another excellent result. I don't know if I can thank you enough for your help. One last spark remains. The spark of hope should be found in the pit and the pendulum. I created a door, but I'm not sure I have the energy to perform the ritual. Could you handle it this time? In the pit and the pendulum, a French soldier was captured by the Spanish Inquisition and had to survive terrible torture until rescue could arrive. Perhaps aiding the soldier will help him keep hope alive in the face of despair. Good luck, my friend.
The bell rings. Gather in the main hall. Someone got into the castle.
Thank you, whoever you are. I'm so dizzy. Thank you. I couldn't get down myself, but I don't think I could last long in this smoke. Take this. It might help you. Thank you again. I only survived long enough for the Allies to arrive because of you. You've been my beacon of hope. Oh, what's this? You look just like me. Am I hallucinating? Look!
wonderful work. I think I'm ready to start a new story. This will be the story of my death. A slow, lingering death is a dreadfully dull ending for my tastes. My death should be something to remember. Let's rewrite the tale of my death to make it more befitting of the life that preceded it. Early in his life, a certain writer began to be haunted by images from his imagination, which he then brought to life in his stories. The most striking images were a hideous mask, a beating heart, and an unknown man wearing clothes from a different time. The writer went into hiding to escape the visions. In a panic, he fled to Baltimore, dressed in clothes that weren't his. The writer tried to appeal to others, but no one understood him, and the world around him became more alien and ephemeral. He eventually realized that the images had become closer to him than the people around him, and embraced them like old friends. There's only one thing left to do. What would you like me to call you in our story?
Let's use my middle name, Reynolds.
Very well. I'll weave this story into reality. This mysterious Reynolds will surely puzzle scholars for decades. But you must never reveal what we did here this evening, Professor Newman. Now, let's join the festivities. The ghosts put on quite a show on Halloween. Oh, Professor Newman, do you have unfinished business? Well, I'll see you on Halloween night. It's time to meet an old friend. Hello again, Adam Newman, or should I say, Reynolds.
What? Why am I a ghost? I've achieved everything I dreamt of in life. I've had literary success, and I even met my idol, Poe himself. What could I have possibly left unfinished?
We need to identify a significant event in your past to find the answer. Go to the portal near my chapel and head down to the hourglass storage. I'll meet you there.
My old office. I haven't been here in a long time.
Yes, we've gone back in time, but we can't permanently affect anything. Think of it as a frozen point in history. Let's have a look around. Interesting. Tell me, Adam, did anyone spend much time in your office besides you?
Lots of people. My assistant, students, and sometimes even other teachers. This is a card from my assistant, Miss Roberts.
I found it in the flowers in your office. I saw traces of her presence everywhere.
That makes sense. She would cheer me up with puzzles and riddles when I had writer's block. I found the key to the lecture room in my stash. You should take it in case you find something important. Ah, yes. I remember her riddle with the hats. I remember that we had dinner at the Black Cat Cafe afterward.
Perhaps that dinner was important if it stands out in your memory. This cafe is cozy. Wow, you hardly look like yourself here.
Did you dress up for dinner? Let's see if we can determine what's significant about this night.
Tell me, what did you discuss?
An upcoming event where I was to receive a literary award. I invited Miss Roberts to attend.
That sounds like our next stop. I feel we're close to an answer now. This looks like a good turnout, but I don't see Miss Roberts anywhere.
She couldn't come.
Did you receive a letter from Miss Roberts?
No, I don't remember any letter.
I understand now. Love and heartbreak sometimes keep souls chained to this world. Where is Miss Roberts now?
She died not long before me.
I see. We need to go back and find Miss Roberts' hourglass. Something tells me she didn't go to the afterlife either.
Where am I? Oh, Adam! I'm so happy to see you. Are you a ghost? Are we dead? What's happening? I don't understand. Is this my letter?
Unfinished business has kept you chained to this world, but now the decision is in your hands. Professor Newman never received your letter, but you can fix it. Well, that's done. He didn't even say goodbye. Not that I'm offended. I'm glad to have done my duty. Their unfinished business is resolved, and they are finally together after all these years.